AI infrastructure, we use Java. In a big data Hadoop, we use Java. A very interesting and very organized language. Hello everyone. So we are going to start a series of Java programming where we will cover like each and everything from very basics, that is hello world program, to the advanced topic like synchronization, multi-threading, these all. So we'll cover all the things in this series of video. And today we will start with the very basic first program, that is hello world, and we will discuss like a few things about Java as well in this video, and then later on we will discuss each and every topics in a separate videos. Okay, so what is Java? Java is, you think, very old programming language and it's fading out. Think again. Java is nowadays even comes under top 3 languages. So, and we use Java like everywhere. You will think about it, like in the banking system we use Java, in like AI infrastructure we use Java, in a big data Hadoop we use Java, Android development we use Java, and in the backend like a Spring Boot we use Java there as well. So we use Java like everywhere, and it's a very use cases we have in for Java in today's world also. And it's a very old language, of course, but still we have lots of use cases of Java, and it's very important, a high demanding language is actually. So if we discuss about few things, and even Java has a like biggest community, libraries, packages, and these all things. And even if talk about security, transactions, we use only Java there, and we can't replace it from there. So, and the Java has like 3 things we like always frequently listen about, like the JVM, JDK, and JRE. These are the 3 key things in the Java. So JVM is Java virtual machine, which compiles the code basically, and then we have a JRE, Java runtime environment, which provides like byte code, which converts the like actual code to the byte code basically. And then we also have a JRE, JVM, and JDK, that is Java development kit. It consists of all the things which we require to execute the programs. Okay, so these 3 things we have in Java. So let's start with the first programming, that is the hello world. So we have the class here, the name of the class is hello world, and now let's like start with public static void main string argument, and then we have a System.out.println hello world. Now let's run the code and see the output. So we can see here is the output, the hello world. So it's a very basic and the first program, that is hello world. We use any programming language from here only, but in Java hello world is not only printing the hello world, there's a lot of things behind these. So we'll see each and everything here. So the very first thing is where we have a main method, right? Main is a function or method, we can call it. So the programming, the entry point of the Java program is the main method only, and the main method calls by JVM, that is Java virtual machine. So Java virtual machines call the main method, and from here only the execution of the code is started. And in the main method we use to start like creating the instance or object of the class, and then we call again and again like lots of classes if we have, then we use the method to call the other class methods and all. So from here only we use the flow of the programming, and this is the entry point, and JVM call this method from the outside. Okay, so we will discuss like why we have the public and the static keywords here, and what is void. We will discuss each and everything here. So public is the access specifier. So because main method is something which we are calling from outside, JVM is calling it from the outside, so here we need to use public access specifier. That's why JVM able to access it from the outside. If we don't use public access specifier, JVM not able to call it from the outside. So that's why we use public access specifier here. And the static we discussed in detail about static, like what static keyword is actually. But here we use static because main method is something we are calling from outside and without creating an instance of the class, right? That is object. तो जब भी like without creating object we use any methods, then we must have that method to be static, or even if it is a variable and we want to call that variable or access that variable, it must be static if we are not calling it from the object reference. Okay, if it's not static, then we must have a class instance to call that method or the variable. If we have the instance, then we can use without static and we can call it. If we don't have the instance of the class and we want to access any method, any variable, then that method or variable must have the static keyword with them. So here main is the method and we are calling it before instancing the class, before creating any object of that class. So because we also create the object in this method only, so we are calling before creating any instance, that's why it must have the static keyword with main method. So this is the public, this is static, and the void is just a return type which we use like what this method will return. Okay, so void, that means main method will not return anything. If we will use like, if we want to return anything from any method, we can use like the data variable, data type. Or here we can mention like if we want to return a string, then we can use a string. If we want to return int, we can use int here. But main method didn't return anything, it's a predefined method, so that's why we can't change it. We can't change the return type of this method also, and it's a signature that before the method name we need to use this return type, and it's a signature, it's a mandatory thing. But public static we can like exchanges, like if you want you can write it here like this and it will work for you as it is. You can see here. So it doesn't matter you use static or public access specifier or first or the static keyword first, it doesn't matter, it will execute it. So now we get to know like why we are using static and public with the main method. And now we can see here, this is a string array. So this is the parameters. Basically if we want to give any parameters to the main method, or when we started executing the Java program and we want to give some input on the runtime, so we can give it from here. It will give as a string array, so we can give a string array to the main method and we can use it, we can take it inside the main method and we can use it for further manipulation or something like for any operation we can use that. So that's why we use here, and it will take the string array parameters. And now we have a system class. So system is a predefined class in Java, and the out is just a reference variable which is inside the print stream classes, and the println is also a method of that class only, a print stream class only. And we have like one more method, that is print only. So println is something will print the thing on your console and then it will automatically move to the next line. And if you will not use the ln, only print method, that will just print the string and it will stay on the same line only. So this is what println method. And so these is all and we have also, we can see here is the public access specifier to the class also. Now again, just need to access that method, we need to first access that class, right? So just to enter in that class, JVM is outside, then the class must have the public access specifier, right? And that's why only JVM was able to call that method or to enter in that class only. And then when we enter in that class, then only they can access the main method. So that's why with the class name also we must have the public access specifier. One more thing is here, if we have multiple classes in the same file, then the file with main method only can have the public access specifier. We can't use public keyword with the class with more than one class in the same file, because public access specifier denotes or authenticate that this method consists the main method. This class consists the main method, because you are calling, JVM is calling from outside, right? So there must be any identification where is the main method, in which class the main method is. So JVM consider or expect that like the class having the main method must have the public access specifier, and by just that identification by public access specifier with the class name, they consider that class consists the main method and they just move on to that class only, and they are try to finding the main method inside that class to execute the program or to start the execution of the program. So that's why we must have the public access specifier with one class only if we have multiple class in the same file. So this is also one of the reason to public access specifier to be here. Okay, this is all about like just a hello world program in Java. So Java is like a very interesting and very organized language. So we will discuss each and everything about Java programming here in this series of video. So keep watching this series and we will discuss more about like variables, conditions, each and everything in this series. So let's keep watching, keep showing. Thanks for watching this video, and that's it for this video.